welcome to my channel and welcome to a brand new Sims 4 speed build. And in today's video we're doing something a bit sculptural and out there because I decided to build a winter cliff house. I've done a cliff house before, but it was like in Oasis Springs, so it was all like deserty and warm and summery, and this one is actually in the snow because I decided to build it in Mt Komorebi. It's the 50 by 50 where the park is located, and that lot is actually perfect to create the like illusion of it being really like far away and there's nothing really around it but mountains and trees and snow. And the way I created this cliff house is by using that trick where you create a ground floor, then build a floor on top of that and then delete the ground floor, and then you can literally like slide the height slider up and down and put it to whichever height you want, which is so cool. And I used to do that for like tree houses and stuff like that, and it works really well with these cliff houses as well. And for the cliff I used some debug rocks from Snowy Escape. I love how well textured they are because, you know, the newer the packs, usually the more advanced are the textures and the better the items look, and these rocks are actually already snow covered. I mean, it doesn't really change anything because this lot is always covered in snow, I think, no matter what the season is. But yeah, these rocks are already snow covered in the debug menu and it looks so cool. And I planted this like really modern house on the top, which is kind of like nestled inside the top of the mountain slash hill. And the way that is functional is by using a mod by Ravishing, because I didn't really want to connect it with like massive stairs or something like this. So I decided to use Ravishing's elevator mod, which means you can place like pieces of elevator somewhere and then they kind of teleport the Sims from one point to the other. So yeah, that way it is functional, and you can place multiple of these elevators, which is super cool as well because usually in the Sims you can only place one elevator per lot. And with this mod you can place the pieces as like many as you want and they will still be functional. So yeah, you can get on both floors using the elevators in the building, and the main entrance is hidden on the side because I didn't want it to kind of look hideous from the front and take away from the floating cliff house. So yeah, the main entrance is on the side. The house itself isn't very big. It's a 2-bed 2-bath. I decided against kids rooms because I wanted this to be really like sculptural and like modern. It's like a designer piece kind of thing. Like if you look at designer magazines, you're like, who would live there? Because it's so like perfectly staged and minimalistic, and that's kind of the vibe I was going for here. I wanted this to be super interesting, very minimalistic, so there's very little clutter around. It's literally like straight out of a design magazine kind of vibe, and very sculptural and interesting pieces of furniture as well. I know it's a bit out there, this build, but I still really hope you like it, and yeah, I really hope you're enjoying this video as well. And if you are, then please show your support by liking the video down below and also subscribing if you're new around here, because that would really mean a lot. In the kitchen I went for a really sleek and minimalistic look with just normal main cabinets by Terrace at the back, and then these are really cool stone counters by Charlie Pancakes. They're from the Munch collection. I love these counters. I use them in so many builds, but I've never used them as like the main counters. I usually always use them for like the island moment, but I think it looks so freaking cool having them as the main counters. I don't know, it's just my heart beats faster when I see like designs like this, and being able to do them in The Sims with the gorgeous EC from all these creators is just making me so happy. And yeah, I really love how like minimalistic everything is. I think with this one it just needed kind of the furniture, like the main pieces of furniture to speak for themselves, and I didn't want to overdo it, especially because you have these massive infinity windows at the front and sides, so you can see literally straight through, and I didn't want it to look too busy in a way. So yeah, that's why I stuck to a very minimalistic look in this. And also what I decided to do in the living room is I wanted to have like a really cool and interesting sofa moment there. I wanted two like statement pieces of sofas. I used the sofas from Harry and Felix that are part of their living room collection, which is such a gorgeous piece, and I've barely ever used it. I think I've only used it once before, so I just really wanted it to pop in this build, and I love it. And I mean, the views are just amazing from up there, as you'll see in the video tour at the end. Oh, and one pack that I downloaded that I found really good for sculptural pieces like that are just attention catching is the Curve collection by Green Llamas. There's a really cool sculptural carpet and a mirror. I love that curvy mirror. They're so on trend right now, and I think they're just such gorgeous statement pieces that I included them in quite a few rooms, I think. I honestly love that collection. The entire collection is gorgeous, and then also one of my favorite things in this entire build is Tuds' CC, because Tuds creates really like designer furniture and decor. I think the light fixtures by Tuds are just insane. So I used some light fixtures in the kitchen by them, and also the new Turn collection, which I used the floor lamp from, and there's also gorgeous side tables that I used as bedside tables in the bedrooms. I love them so much. They're different sizes and heights and stuff, so they look really cool and like artsy in a way, and I think they make a space look so much more interesting, because it's not like the bland every side table is the same kind of look in a bedroom. So yeah, I love those, and you've definitely not seen the last of them in my builds. Oh, and also the armchair that I use in the bedrooms, they're also from the Turn collection, and they're part of like a modular sofa, so you'd need Dream Home Decorator for this, but it comes as all the sofa pieces and then the armchair, and I love that armchair look. It's so the texture, the shape, all of it is so interesting. I honestly love anything that Tuds does, as you probably might have noticed. But yeah, they honestly just do such gorgeous CCs, so how can I not love that? And then the bathrooms, I went for a very earthy vibe in there, similar to like Aesop, the soap brand that I adore. Pretty much like it's what I think Harry and Felix modeled the soaps and shampoos after, because they look like very similar with the brown bottles and those like iconic labels. I love those soaps to death. They smell amazing. Their shops kind of look very natural, very like earthy, and I decided to go for a similar look. It's obviously not the same, but I used the tiles by Tuds. I love those tiles, absolutely adore these, and I kept it really minimalistic. And I thought for a house that's like super sculptural and such an interesting build, like right on the cliff and the way it looks and everything, I thought we could go for a full-on brutalist set of vibe. So yeah, I used like the toilets and the sink and everything from the brutalist set, as well as the mirrors. I mean, love that set to death. I genuinely am obsessed with that set. It's my favorite thing ever. The shelves, oh, those shelves I actually used in the second bathroom to create a really cool open shower. It's like a double shower with those shelves at the bottom and at the top. So I used tool mud to rotate them and create like this moment of it being a wall shelf, which is so impossible to do usually in The Sims, but with these shelves it's actually doable, and I love that look. I've tried to do something similar literally ever since I started building in The Sims, so finally to be able to do that is so cool. And I really love that open shower look with the shelf there. I'm so glad that Harry created this set. But yes, sadly, I'm afraid we're getting closer and closer to the end of the speed build part. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, leave a like and subscribe, and please watch the tour, because I filmed such gorgeous shots from up there with like the most gorgeous views. So yeah, I really hope you enjoy that, and I can't believe it, but this is actually the last video of 2021, and I can finally say I can't wait to see you again next year. So silly, but yeah, I can't wait to see you next Wednesday with another Sims 4 speed build. Bye!